Duolingo was going to make you fluent, you would be fluent by now. But here you are, watching this video. You've been doing your streaks, you've been chatting with the little owl. However, when you get to Spain or someone comes up to you, your mind just goes blank. You've learned nothing. Today, I'm going to show you why Duolingo is not working and what you should be doing instead. Now, disclaimer, before I start this video, I do want to say that Duolingo has its own advantages and benefits. If you're new to Spanish and you want some basic vocabulary, great. Duolingo is a good place to practice vocabulary, to practice that sentence structure, build your own sentences, that's amazing. Motivation, like hello, Spanish time, it's 7 p.m. and it's a really good way to expose you to Spanish. If you've never seen it, if you don't hear it very often, it's really good with the stories, the reading practices, the listening practices. Like, it really helps on a basic level. However, you've been doing Duolingo for ages now and you're not fluent, okay? So we need to fix that. Learning random sentences like my mom is at home, the cat is in the garden, isn't really going to help you when you're having a conversation. That's why your mind goes blank and you forget everything you've learned. These are some useful study tips that you can start doing today. I want you to think, why are you learning Spanish? Maybe it's a dream, maybe you've got relatives, family members, your partner speaks Spanish, maybe you want to travel, maybe you have friends. Whatever that goal is, I want you to keep that in mind, because depending on your goal, depends on how you're going to learn. If you're learning Spanish because you want to travel, then you need to focus on the traveling topic. If you want to learn Spanish because of family, then you need to focus on family. It just depends, why do you want to learn Spanish? Then that lets you know how you're going to learn the Spanish you need, because there's no point on learning house, mom, dad, if your focus is on going to Spain and traveling, and if you don't know what restaurant, a bottle of wine, how do I get here, directions, knowing mom, dad, home, water isn't really going to help you, okay? If you like the idea of the streaks, if you like the idea of the notifications, if you like all of that about Duolingo, then you can do that yourself. You can set your own notifications on your phone, like on reminders, calendar, like you can set yourself alarms to remind you learn Spanish. The problem with Duolingo exercises, like, it's good at the beginning if you want to start putting the words in the correct order to form a sentence. However, it's okay at the beginning, but if you're at that stage where, okay, you know what house, water, you know the basics, but you can't really fully communicate what you want to say, you need to start practicing creating your own sentences. Rather than translating, rather than putting the words in the correct order, you need to form your own sentences, because you know all of this vocabulary. You just need to put it in your own words, whatever you want to say. Look at your surroundings. What can you say about your house, your environment, your life, your work, your Spanish journey? What can you say about yourself? And that is one of the biggest things you need to do. No matter what app you use, you need to start describing yourself. You need to start describing your life. When do you wake up? What do you have for breakfast? Do you go to work? Do you work? Where do you work? You need to start describing your life. Imagine your friends. What would you tell them about? You would tell them about your day at work, or maybe a holiday you have planned. What would you chat with your friends about? You're always describing yourself in English or in your native language. Even if you're not thinking about it, you're actually describing yourself, your life, your surroundings, your environment. And you need to start doing the same in Spanish. And it's great to start with sentences like, when do you wake up? What do you have for breakfast? Like, we all know the tedious exercises are when you get a question and you have to form your own sentence. Like, that's terrifying. Like, oh, it's not multiple choice. Get it. I honestly get it, you guys. Okay, so that's why things like, when do you wake up? Okay. So how would I say, I get up? Okay, I get up at 7. Okay, so I get up, me levanto, and then at a las 7. And then how would you say in the morning? A las 7 de la mañana. Why do you wake up early? Me levanto temprano porque tengo que trabajar. I have to work. Give me more information. Come when you can do it. Give me more. That is a hard exercise. We all know how hard that is. But once you do it once, and then twice, and then a third time, a fourth time, it's not going to be that hard. You're going to get used to, okay, well, what did I do today? Oh, okay, I did this, and then I did this, and I did this. You learn the past tense. Okay, what did you do yesterday? What did you do last week? You learn the future tense. What are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do next year? Use practice, okay? Practice, practice, practice. Duolingo is not going to do that for you. You're going to do that for yourself. Maybe set a reminder, like Duolingo would, at 7 p.m., but set your own reminder at whatever time during the day you are most likely to be scrolling on your phone, and set that alarm to say, study Spanish. Describe what your day was. Go on your notes app. We all have the notes app, and just start typing, what did you do today? What do you want to do tomorrow? Just 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be a full essay on your day. No, just sentences, normal sentences. Challenge yourself. If you've never really done this exercise, start with easy things like what did you eat? When did you wake up? Things like that. Learning language is a big thing. You're not going to learn the full language in weeks. You're not going to learn it in a day. No, there's so many things to learn. You need to break things down. So for example, focus on the grammar. So focus on a verb, focus on all the conjugations, focus on when to use that verb, focus on some examples, do some exercises, use it. So for example, if we look at the verb ir, to go, learn all of the present tense conjugation. Okay, so learn how to say I go, you go, she goes, etc. Learn all of the conjugations. And then afterwards, learn when to use it. The verb ir is very similar to English, like I go to the supermarket, I go to the cinema. So then practice. Well, where are you going today? Where I'm going to go to the cinema. So then you can say voy al cine. Voy al cine esta tarde, this afternoon. Practice with yourself. Practice, make sentences. You have to learn in chunks. You have to focus on grammar. You have to focus on vocabulary. Vocabulary is very important. The vocabulary, I would suggest learning vocabulary in groups. For example, food. In the topic food, we can learn fruits, we can learn vegetables, we can learn drinks, we can learn actual food, meals. We can also learn how to say starter, main, dessert. Then you can focus on family, so then focus on how to say mom, dad. If you want to focus on traveling, then focus on things like restaurants. You have to learn vocabulary in groups. If not, if you just learn random words, that's what they are, random words. You're not going to remember them. Unless you practice so much that your brain just knows it by heart. But most likely, that will happen. Like you'll see it once, casa means house. Yeah. If I ask you in 5 minutes, you've completely forgotten. Like you've already forgotten how to say house. If I ask you tomorrow, no idea. Next week, no idea. Okay, so random words don't work. Always, always, always link the vocabulary you're learning with yourself. For example, if we look at apple, you're learning the food topic, so it's in particular fruits, then try to link those fruits to your daily life. Maybe you can say, I eat an apple every day. I try to eat an apple every day. Maybe you say, I don't like apples. Try to link those new words that you're learning with your personal life. Maybe it's not about yourself, maybe you can talk about your family, your brother, your siblings, your friends. Not always about you. It's your personal life. Who's in your life, and you can talk about them as well in Spanish. Because if you just learn house, casa, and leave it there, your brain doesn't have anything to link it with. So you just have to really hope for the best and hope to remember that house is casa. However, if you learn, for example, the foods, the apple example, manzana. I've just learned that apple is manzana. Great. What can you do for your brain to link that manzana means apple and remember it easily? So that you can think, well, I like apples. I eat apples every day. So say that in Spanish. Try to say that in Spanish. So, como manzanas todos los días. Para el desayuno, for breakfast. Look at that. What a beautiful long sentence in Spanish. When you're learning vocabulary, when you learn a new word, create a sentence. Link it to your personal life. That way, next time you're thinking, oh, how do I say apple? Your brain remembers that sentence you created. I eat apples for breakfast every day. So, I think manzanas. Exactly. So that's the best way to remember vocabulary. Learning topics and always link everything you learn to your personal life. Not only vocabulary, verbs, anything you learn, link it to your personal life. If all of this sounds like too much information to handle, then this is why I have created the Ultimate Spanish Beginner Workbook. It has everything you need, everything I just talked about in one little book. Not so little, but you get the gist. It has grammar, it has vocabulary, in groups, in context, it has exercises, it has stories, it has everything you need to go from zero or from a little bit, I know something, to confident. You don't have to learn loads of tenses, you don't have to learn the conditional. No, you don't need all of that. You just need to feel confident, feel good, and to be able to write those little sentences on your notes app, you need something. You need a guide. You need someone to hold your hand on this journey. I would love to hold your hand on this journey. And this is why I have created this book. It is designed to help anyone go from zero to confident, just following the chapters, the topics. It's very easy and simple design. So you can do 1 page, 1 chapter, 1 topic a day, which is like maybe 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day, and that's it. That's all you need. Maybe not every day because you don't have that much time, but maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes every 2 days, a week, whatever you can do. That's it. And depending, if you do 10 minutes a day, then in 3 months, you will be confident and ready for your Spanish trip. If I were you, I would grab today's offer, which is 20% off. What a deal. Amazing. Start practicing today. You can find the link in the description box below, or you can simply just go to my website, learningwithestrella.com. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe. If you found it helpful and you know other people that will find it helpful, make sure you share it with them so we can spread the love and all of these tips with other people. Make sure you comment below so you can make Spanish friends in the comment section. And if you have any video recommendations, comment them down below. Always just want to help you. Like, I'm doing all of these videos to help you feel more confident. If you need me to do a class on, for example, ir, let me know and I will do a class on ir. I'm here to help you and I'm holding your hand on this Spanish journey. You're not alone. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Adios!